Well, you're probably looking at a very bleak picture right now after hearing everybody up here talk. I'm just going to add on a lot of poundage onto that. As a businessman, I see pure disaster. All right. There's nothing in here that can do any good for the economy in the United States. I see job loss. I see companies not hiring people because they're not going to want to pay Obamacare taxes, because they're not going to be able to cover these things. Small businesses, 2, 3, 4 million operations, most of them don't have health insurance. Maybe the owner might have it, but the employees don't, because the companies just won't function that way. They're small operations, maybe they do $150,000 gross a year. You're going to put those people out of business, or those people are going to go underground. And when they go underground, that means they're going to do purely cash business. It's across the board. I can see arguments starting in business where employees are going to want to be paid certain wages. They're going to be wanting guaranteed health care. They don't want that premium because they're afraid of what might happen with Obamacare. They don't want supplemental insurances. If you do have a real good employee, what's going to happen to that employee? Is he going to want to leave or start his own thing? Or is he going to want extra coverages because the other employees have the Obamacare, but he deserves better? It's just, from every aspect, it looks bleak. So the other way of looking at this thing is, I take all the costs of the health care that comes floating in the door the government's going to throw at me. I add all of their costs onto my next job, onto my next customer who's out there. I'm going to add 10%, 15%, whatever my carrying costs, plus the cost of what the government's asking me for. It's going to create inflation. It's going to create a cost that people are not going to be able to cover. It's just driving the entire economy into the dumper. I can't see anything positive coming out of it. That's basically what I have to say.
So this is a little summary when I think about PPAC. Number one, not everyone will be covered. Dr. Jill in her opening video tells you that there's 22 million people now not covered by health care in this country. And if everything goes as planned with the PPAC law, the Congressional Budget Office says there'll still be 22 million people not covered. Costs of health care premiums will skyrocket. Taxes and costs of goods and services will increase. Government regulations, I mean, people, you're going to be putting people out of business just from the regulation standpoint. Healthcare will be rationed. Doctors will leave their practices and create a doctor shortage. And Americans will lose freedom. Once we lose that freedom, fellow Americans, how do we get that back? Here are some questions for you to answer. Do we need health care reform in this country? Is this law what we need? Does the Supreme Court decision on PPAC mean that the government can tax us to force us to do anything they want us to do? I'd like to thank our panel. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you, Martha, Will and Keith and Jack. Thank you for being here. Thank you, audience. We hope you're taking home with you some good information, and we invite you to spread the word to your friends about what you heard tonight. The Dr. Jill videos take you an hour. There's 7 videos. She's very comprehensive. Her 7th video gives her ideas of what healthcare reform should look like. So I recommend that you watch those. And thank you. I think that an informed voter is the best voter. Please vote. Good night, and God bless America.